This is a Sears Craftsman. It has the 21 horsepower Briggs and Stratton single cylinder in it. And I think it's got a bad cam. I'll let you listen to it. Gets around to that compression stroke and it just stops. I'm gonna go get a wrench and take the spark plug out of it, and then we'll see how it spins over then. And the spark plug was loose. I could turn it out with my fingers. Spins over good, so I got to pull that valve cover off and see if the compression release is working on it. The engine's out. It's on the bench. I flipped it upside down. This is the bottom of it you're looking at. I've got the dipstick out of it. And when I flipped it over, this is the weight that goes on the camshaft that fell out of it. So even before I get into it, it kind of confirms what I suspected. First thing you want to do is get them push rods out of it. This is a T30 Torx head. Break those loose. Loosen up your rocker arms. Turn them to the side and then slide your push rods out. This one here is aluminum. This goes to the intake side. Just remember that. The one that goes to the exhaust is steel. Up here on the top, you got 11 bolts that hold the sump down. Those are a 1/2 inch. There's 3 little ones right here. This goes to the oil pump. And those are 5/16. And those are pretty hard to crack too. You want to take those out. And then we're going to pop this cover off of there. And there should be an O-ring underneath it. And if you get a gasket kit, it'll come with a new one in it. But I've gotten by with just using the old one here. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this oil pump out. There we go. There's a shaft in here that connects to the end of the camshaft. We'll take that out. Now we can go ahead and remove all these bolts. They're all the same size. Nothing special about any of them. And now we can pop this off of there. Usually down here on the side you can find a place that you can get under, but not on this one. So I'm just going to find my trusty little hammer and I'm just going to tap up on it. Just in a few different spots. And it looks like it's coming up. Now we can pull the sump off of it. There's another part of that cam. Put it over there. And then there's some more going to be down in here. We'll have to flip this thing over and get it out. This is your governor and your oil slinger. Take that out. Set it off to the side. And we're going to pull the cam out of it. There we go. I'm going to pull these lifters out because they'll just fall when I go to set this thing up. Got my new cam. It's a Briggs and Stratton part, OEM equipment. You can buy cheaper versions of it on Amazon and eBay for $30, $40. These are almost $90, I think. The Briggs and Stratton will come with new lifters, and it has a new pin for the oil pump. That's what we need to fix it. I can't seem to remember to bring my engine assembly lube back from my shop to here where I'm working on this thing. So my alternative is going to be this 90 weight marine oil that I've got. Just want to make sure that this is lubed up. It's pretty thick, and I think it'll stay on there. See if I can get it in there with this. Hopefully it doesn't slide back out. There's one. Some messy stuff here. Here's my other one. Squirt some on here. Get some down in the hole where it goes into that end. I'm going to line up the two dots. The gear and the cam, and I've got it in there. That easy. I got one last thing to put in, and that would be my oil slinger. That right there. And it's a governor as well. I'm ready to put my sump on. I went around and degreased and cleaned that surface there. And I've got a gasket we'll put on here. And then on the other side, on the sump, I've used some Permatex number 2 to kind of help prevent the gasket from getting blowed out as it gets older. I've taken the sump back off of the engine. When I had it together and I would turn the crankshaft, I heard some clinking going on in there, and I didn't like it. I noticed when I was putting it back together, I was having trouble with this governor. And right now, it's laying right down on top of the rod where it goes through there. Now, if I push up on it, it'll come up off of there. And it just doesn't feel right. Too much play. And I can also see where this part of it got bent. I'm thinking that this got damaged in the process of the cam going out. It may have even had something to do with the cam going out. So I bought a new governor. Right off the bat, I could see just by laying this on there, this thing fits and moves a whole lot smoother than that other one. So when I bolt it down, I mean, everything's going to match up good. And let's put this thing back together and torque it down again. While lining up the bolt holes and the pins on the sump, slide it down the crankshaft until it stops. At this point, the seal is at the thicker part of the shaft that it seals with. Be careful when going any further not to flip the seal's lips backwards. I use a pick, being very careful not to damage it, and help the seal get over that part of the crankshaft. Next, turn the crankshaft to line up the gears on the governor so the sump can seat into its place. Do not force it. Using blue Loctite on the threads, install the sump cover bolts. Working from the inside out in a crisscross pattern, torque them down to 180 inch-pounds. Oil up and install your new pump drive down into the end of the new camshaft. Install the pump gears with the dots facing up towards you. With both parts at the same time, turn them until they fall in place. Lube and install the O-ring and cover. Use blue Loctite on the threads of the bolts and tighten them down, being careful not to strip them out. I can't find any torque specs on these bolts. Install your push rods, remembering that the aluminum one goes to the intake and the steel to the exhaust. It's very important to adjust your valves to manufacturer specifications. Reinstall the valve cover and the engine is ready to put back on the mower. The plug on the bottom of the gas tank is leaking. But I've got gas in it, I've got oil in it, and it's not leaking too bad. I'm gonna see if I can bring this thing back to life. Start it up. It's not gonna start. I'm not hearing this solenoid up here kick on. Right here. It's not getting gas. Okay, I got a temporary gas tank on it because the other one leaks like heck. I had to take that carburetor apart and clean it because I think it was gummed up or whatever, but I've got the thing to run. So let's start it up. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some good information out of it. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button on the way out and join the channel. Got a lot of videos up there. I got a lot more coming. Ring that notification bell. You'll get notified as soon as I put them up. Also, stay safe in the shop. Wear your protective gear, safety glasses, whatever it takes. Have fun. Thank you for watching.